Yeah, well, someone in town said to me that because it's been so dry out here, the council has gravelled over the crossings. So I thought I'd come out on the scoot because they said, oh, you should be able to get your scoot out here. Oh, a couple of wallabies. And I went, yeah, okay. But this crossing here is normally always got some water flowing in it. And it's very rocky, like you can see that this has been gravelled over. And it's normally pretty much exactly like that over there. And you can see there's not much water flowing through here at the moment. There's a bit of a concrete bit just there. Yeah, I thought it was a bit like a semi-hot mix. Okay, that's interesting. But those wallabies pissed off completely. I've, literally never seen it this dry before, which means nothing because I've only been coming out here for 10 years and living here for 3. So, but anyway, yeah, there is kind of a hot mix component. Well, let's see how far I can take the scoot. This road's really popular with four-wheel drivers because they can prove their manliness driving their four-wheel drives through the creek back there, which the local farmers do in their, base model Hilux utes, two-wheel drive. And yeah, I'll tell you what, I really do need pneumatic tyres for this kind of shit. But anyway, a few potholes, but yeah, look, there's no way in shit I'd have been able to get over this in the past because, oh, is that a cattle grid? Ah, another cattle grid. Yeah, that's wide enough that I'll be carrying it. Everyone says, oh yeah, you can get your scoot over here, but fuck me dead. They forget about the obvious things when they drive a car or ride a big dirt bike or something. But yeah, it's nice that they've made it easier for the people who live out here. Whoops. This thing really scrabbles for grip on the front when you hit the gas. Well, electricity. Anyway, yeah, it does, because that 500 watts on the front just unloads the acceleration, unloads the front, and then it starts losing grip, so you've really got to transfer your weight forwards. So this is the Condamine Gorge. It's a really lovely spot. It would be nicer if it was actually green. Let's just toddle over here for a moment. Yeah, just a little bit of stagnant water left in there, and that's about it. Oh yeah, that looks like the pipe for Paul's joint. Maybe you can see where the regular water line is. Don't know if you can hear the kookaburra. Yes. Well, he thinks it's pretty funny. Not too far away from believing that myself. Another crossing that's normally completely water. just take it a bit easier and go more gently on the suspension. Because even though it looks smooth, as I keep saying, these little itty bitty wheels just aren't up to the sort of shit that, you know, cars are. Okay. Gee, it's pretty dry. Guy back having it on some of the gums. Nice little cottage up there. Well, let's see how this crossing goes, because normally this crossing is like, I'll splice in a bit of my car going across this crossing in what I thought was dry season. Okay, so just covered up the rocks a little bit. So normally at this point I'd probably be knee deep in water, I'd say. And yeah, she's pretty dry. Yeah. Sad they've got to put a sign up here saying, you know, don't drive up the river. And I guess it would be on that side where there's no fence rather than that side where there's a fence. But yeah, she's pretty dry up here. Well, let's go up a little bit further. I think I hear a four-wheel drive coming. They packed a fair amount of soil on here. Yep. Coming from behind me. So I just drove up that. Well, that'll give you some idea of what sort of territory this is. Really put that foot forward. Say that's probably a bit rocky and a bit harsh for the suspension on this, so rather than have myself a broken axle, I'll just wander across it this way. I know that's a shocking thing to do, to actually have to push a scooter somewhere, but there you go. It's a lovely drive. I wonder if Paul's home. I'll go visit him while he's still living at the place. Oh, have they got guests? I don't know. Anyway, yes, so even on that video that I spliced in, That was a couple of years back when we thought it was getting pretty damn dry, and I actually personally had never seen the gorge that dry, and of course now I've seen it completely not running. Okay, so oh shit, forgot that I shouldn't let go of the handlebars because I'll get a death wobble and die. Oh, look at that, I did it again. I'm going to slow down for this cattle grid and carry it across again. I wonder if I can push it across that because I'm lazy. Look at that, looks like I can. Except for the back wheel. I don't know, got the back wheel on it now. Yeah, if I had something like a Caboo or something like that, I'd probably be on these trails a lot more. But I don't. And the Wolf Warrior might be a purchase I consider soon. Don't know. See how I feel. Okay.